Anonymous Watch Guy here with a Watches and Wonders video. Quick wrist check. We're in the Mont Blanc IC automatic date, one of my very favorite watches and one of the best releases from last year's Watches and Wonders. But this year I think there were some really clear winners, and I think there's some really great releases to check out. The first winner, I think, is Tag Heuer. That's right, Tag Heuer. I think they did a really good job with the kind of a re-release or a watch that is inspired by one of their vintage Carrera chronographs. This is a reimagine from their reversed Panda 2447 NS model. It's a 39 millimeter watch. Really, really good looking watch. Got a lot of nice vintage vibes on this one. But I really like what they've done. Really awesome domed sapphire crystal on this one. Look at that crystal. It looks fantastic. Time and Tide Watches shared a reel of this on his Instagram, and it's just a stunner. You've got a display case back just showing off that in-house TH20 automatic movement there. But a really, really great looking vintage-inspired chronograph from Tag Heuer. I think this one's definitely a win. It is a little pricey at $64.50, but a very, very nice-looking watch and a win for Tag Heuer. My next winner from Watches and Wonders is Mont Blanc. I am a big fan of Mont Blanc. I think their watches are very underrated. I don't think they get enough credit for the watches that they make and their level of watchmaking. Of course, they do use a lot of Selena movements. They're going to get some knocks for that. But I really like these Geosphere chronographs that they've come out with. They had some of these last year. This year they've got some updated colors with kind of this gray color. Really, really nice looking watch. You can see the back of the case back's all colorized. That is absolutely gorgeous. Really awesome looking watch. And then, of course, the Iced Sea Automatic Date, the watch that I am wearing. In the blue version, they came out with this killer gray dial. Look at that watch. That is just absolutely gorgeous. The dial on these watches is just unbelievable. You really have to see them in person to fully appreciate it. But Mont Blanc, continuing to update that IC line, I think it's a home run. I think they've done a really nice job with it. I definitely think they are a winner. The next winner, IWC. I absolutely love this new Ingenieur. I think it is a stunning sports watch. I think it is very nicely sized. I think the finishing overall on this, there I am, hello. I think the finishing overall on this piece is absolutely phenomenal. They've got several different dial colors, this aqua color, kind of a silver color, a black color. It also comes in titanium. Obviously, it's a 1970s Gerald Genta design, and it is an absolutely phenomenal watch. Some great technology inside as well. It's the IWC manufactured caliber 32111. 164 components. Also has an anti-magnetic silicone escapement. 120 hours power reserve. So there is a ton of really cool stuff with this watch, and it is just absolutely gorgeous. There's that silver dial, the titanium version. The only problem I have with this watch is the price. I think it is a fantastic watch. I think IWC did a great job with this watch. Just a beautiful watch. But it's like $12,000 US. It's like, come on, IWC. It's a time and date complication watch only. Why is it $12K? And the titanium version's $15,000. So I think it's a fantastic watch. Absolutely gorgeous. Just look at the brushed and polished surfaces on the contrast on that. It is a stunning watch. But I think it's way overpriced. And if it wasn't for the price, this might be number one. But It's just a little too pricey for me. The next winner, Bulgari. Bulgari is not at Watches and Wonders, but they released a new Octoroma right before the show started. And this also has that Gerald Genta-esque design language. Integrated bracelet, sports, stainless steel sports watch. Gorgeous watch. Absolutely stunning watch. Also several different dial colors on this one as well. Very thin profile. Bulgari is known for making some really thin watches. Display case back. Great look at a nicely decorated manufacturer caliber. Again, gorgeous finishing on that bracelet. Really, really nice looking watch. And this one, again, it's pricey, but it is priced more in the range that I think the IWC should be priced. At $7,300 US on this Octoroma. Really, really, I think there's some, again, it's pricey, but it is priced more appropriately for what you get than the IWC, and that's why I would rank this one ahead of the IWC. You can see some of the other new ones here. This blue dial is also quite nice. Really, really beautiful watch, nicely finished watch. If you like the look of that IWC, maybe the Bulgari might be more in your price range. Again, still very expensive, but the Octoroma, the new Octoroma from Bulgari, is number 2 on my list. And at number 1, they've done it again. I love everything Tudor's doing right now. I think that there's a tremendous value proposition in their watches. They've got the new Black Bay that has been redesigned. You've got a slimmer case profile. It's almost a full millimeter thinner. Got a more rounded and refined look to the case. It's not as slab-sided as it used to be. The handset's a little bit redesigned. You get a lollipop on the end of the seconds hand now and not a snowflake. A little bit of change to the way the bezel looks. The crown's a little bit different, more flush to the case. That stem guard's gone. You've got the new T-Fit clasp on there and a 5-link bracelet. And the biggest upgrade is the METIS certified manufacturer caliber master chronometer. This is now a METIS certified master chronometer in this watch. I call it the Seamaster killer. Because it is a full $1,000 cheaper than the Omega Seamaster, and you're getting a lot of the same things you would get with that Seamaster. I think that this is a total home run for Tudor. Absolutely love this new Black Bay. I know everything's Black Bay with Tudor, but I absolutely think that's a huge release for Tudor. I think it's going to do very well, and I expect them to bring out other colors in that lineup as well. I think the Black Bay 54 is a nice release as well. It kind of harkens back to an old school Rolex Submariner, like the Sean Connery Bond Submariner. A 37 millimeter watch on this one. You've got the vintage and smaller watches are popular these days. But Tudor continues to make the watches that everybody wants a Rolex to make, but they don't. I think people would like to see a little bit slimmer Submariner, and this is definitely a much slimmer watch. I think this one's only 11 millimeter thick, so a really, really gorgeous watch. I like the black and gilt dial as well, and I think this is a really nice looking watch. I think this is going to be huge for Tudor. It's not really for me because I do have a big wrist. But for these smaller wristed folk out there, I think this new Black Bay 54 is just a fantastic looking watch. I think it's going to do really well. They did some updates also to the 36, 39, 41 millimeter, the bezel-less Black Bays. I own an old 41 millimeter silver dial Black Bay. Those all now have chronometer grade movements, T-Fit clasps, really, really nice looking watches. One of my favorites too is really not as much upgraded to this one. This has got the old case. This has got the old crown. The only thing they really did with this Black Bay GMT was slap a white dial on it. But man, is it hot. It looks really, really good. I watched Adrian Barker's video from Watches and Wonders, and this was his favorite of the Tudor releases as well. I don't know if it's my favorite, but man, that thing looks great. At $4,300 too, again, it's pricey, but I think there's a lot of value for money there still. But definitely a really awesome looking watch, and I think Tudor just continues to knock it out of the park and really set themselves apart from some others in terms of what they're giving you and in terms of value for money. I think Tudor is the clear winner this year. I don't pay a lot of attention to Rolex. I think Rolex actually had some nice releases this year as well. I really like the titanium Yachtmaster. But beyond that, again, Tudor is where it's at. I think they were number one. So there you have it. My thoughts on the new releases for Watches and Wonders 2023. If you liked the video, give me a like, maybe subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.